Introducing to the pit first, he stands at 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 174 pounds with a record of 28 wins and 9 losses. Competing out of Junction City, Wisconsin, he is a 2-time WAL lightweight champion. This is Iron Man Tony Kitowski.
Nice to see Justin Roberts there using a line that I used on my wife when I hired that jacuzzi in Vegas. Let's get this thing off with a bang. Back to business. Tony Kitowski, the Iron Man, is in the house. Wisconsin's finest, Ben. He has got the weaponry. Look at the arms on this fella. He may have missed weight, but does he look like he's lacking confidence?
And his opponent, he stands at 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 172 pounds with an impressive record of 29 wins and 7 losses. Competing out of New Paris, Pennsylvania, one of the young guns of the WAL who defended his title in a brutal battle at WAL 501. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the WAL lightweight champion, Sam Harris.
Here we go. The reigning and defending lightweight champion of the world is about to enter the arena, and they say that fight sports is about confidence. Well, this young man projects. He's walking in here tonight with an incredible air of confidence, like he's got a third leg that you don't know about, and he might just have it.
He's burst onto the scene the last couple of years. Justin mentioned he had the one event early this year, a classic comeback. Jeff Hale had him down, and he came back to win 3-2.
He certainly did, mate, and I can tell you this. Jeff Hale also said that Sam Harris has got the World Armwrestling League format dialed in. As the money hits the table, he's got to back that up against a serious threat now in Tony Kitowski.
Gentlemen,
Here's
to the
Bartwood.
table. Let's go.
All the talk, all the controversy, all that hype, it all means nothing. It comes down
Set your
to
elbows
this.
down, square your shoulders.
Best of 5.
This first start, pivotal, absolutely
down, Sam.
pivotal. The moment these hands touch,
Down a little
millions of messages
I gotta have
are
this
received by each athlete.
Down a little more, Sam.
Beginning to read
Down.
their opponent's strategy,
there.
where they
Close
want to
your
be,
thumbs.
and we'll
Gotta go
learn so
Tony's way.
much from this first start. Bart just
Right
setting
there,
the guys.
Right there. I got to see thumb knuckle.
At 30
Close
to
your
get
hands.
gripped up.
Go.
Big drive, and I can tell you this, the read on that was one of two things. Either Sam Harris was purely looking for the strap, or Kitowski's wrist is exactly as advertised.
Okay, don't move.
Iron. It did
Don't
not
waste any energy
move.
right here.
Personally, I think it's the former. I think Sam Harris wants the strap. I think he needs to be
Sam, lower
elusive,
high.
and he's looking to try to use that strap to strengthen his wrist. He'll try and gap the match, move his thumb back.
Get your down thumb knuckle.
Has he got enough horsepower? I don't know. Kitowski has operated at middleweight for a couple of seasons.
right
He's
here.
used to that higher
up.
level of power. Here we go.
Square up. Close your thumbs.
First pull of the night from the strap, Neil.
Massively
Close your
important
hands.
then.
Go.
Underway we go! Massive drive, and look at the back pressure from Harris. He's got the brakes on, but Kitowski, just too much horsepower. Wow! The Iron Man.
I am Iron Man.
Tony Kitowski took away the acid weapon of Sam Harris.
Yes, he did. 90 seconds between pulls and a 1-0 lead for Tony Kitowski.
Let's have a look at this on the replay. Look at the coiling position of Harris. A few adjustments, but it was the side pressure from Kitowski that was the difference maker. But let's have a check on reality for a moment. Is this the first time we've seen Sam Harris go down? No.
Down and get my webbing higher. And I got it.
Take a look in the other corner now, and
The Bishop boys advising Kitowski.
Sam Harris, I mean, certainly he's got emotion, Neil, but he doesn't ever show it in the times I've seen him pull.
No, he's a horizontal young man. This guy's super relaxed. He's in a good place. And this is a long, long way from over. We saw him go down 2-0
Yes.
against Jeff Hale, who's a very talented arm wrestler.
25 seconds, gentlemen.
Sam got his family in the corner there.
He does. Girlfriend is here as well.
If you look at the corner there of Kitowski, he's being given advice by one of the Bishop boys.
Yes, Justin's brother. His wife there in the hat.
Both these men are absolutely relaxed. Neither one of them panicking at this stage, just thinking about what happened and thinking about those minor adjustments that are required. Both men have got that in their arsenal. What I would say is that Sam Harris will be concerned about the setup. He'll want to create more of an opportunity to move. He needs to create distance in which to move, because if he starts in any kind of static position, he clearly hasn't got the horsepower advantage. That question has been answered at this stage. So what he needs to do is create room and move into that room. A 1 inch will do it, and it'll make all the difference in the world. If he can get the wrist, he can get the pin.
1-0 lead for Tony Kitowski here in the best of 5.
Close your hands. Go!
On the way we go, and he balls his hand up. Yeah, Sam Harris isn't even hanging on. He's looking for the strap.
Yes, he is.
The strap.
Yep. And he got it.
Now, interestingly there, Tony Kitowski, because he's felt the fact that he's the stronger man, was happy to try and hang on to Sam. You know what? That's an emotional reaction, and he doesn't want to do that. You'll see it on the replay. Watch Kitowski. Look at the frustration on his face, and he tries to hang on to Sam. He wants to forget about that. Let him go.
Yeah.
The strap doesn't lie. Get tied to the man, and when you've got the anchor point, that's the time to accelerate.
Can I just put my thumb down?
Signs in the house tonight. Uncle Sam.
Oh, I gotta come this way.
Creative signage in the audience tonight here at Turner Studio here in Atlanta.
Hugely important round for Sam Harris, this. Hugely important.
I got the buckle.
He needs to find a foothold in this match.
That's tight.
Same venue last year.
Pivotally there, could you hear what was being said?
Square up.
Sam saying, looser, looser. Tony saying, tighten that down.
Close your
Tighten
thumbs.
that down. He wants it close. Sam,
Stay open.
as I said, he
Close
wants
your
the
hands.
gap. He
Go.
wants the space to move into. And he hasn't really found it there. He's in trouble. Kitowski trying to force it, needs to be patient because Sam will post the, oh, that's a great transition. Kitowski with a superb transition. Wow. He moves to the top row.
Tony Kitowski showing some emotion. He told us this morning, Neil, he said he didn't want to let people down after what he had to go through and not being able to make the weight. So far, he's not letting anyone down.
Well, I can tell you this, he didn't let himself down technically there, because that was a wonderful, sweetly timed transition.
Yep.
Really sweetly timed. Look at this on the replay. He lets Sam Harris, oh, we're going to see the emotional replay there. Look at that. He wanted that. Wow, did he? Now look at this. He waited. We're coming in a little late there, actually. What he did was wait for Sam Harris to be fully committed. We're seeing it after the action point there. It's a shame. I would have liked to see that a couple of seconds earlier. Sam Harris was stretched out. Tony waited for the commitment until he was absolutely on the red line, and as Sam reacted, he switched position. Beautifully timed reversal by Tony Kitowski. A1 arm wrestling from the Ironman.
Big time. Into the corners. Working that arm of Sam Harris. He's got to win the next one, or Kitowski will take it in a clean sweep.
Yeah, inflated arm there of Tony Kitowski. He worked for that one, but I'll tell you this, Sam Harris now is in a very, very challenging spot.
20
I know
seconds.
that sounds obvious, but he's been down 2-0 before,
Yes.
but he's been down in a situation where he was pulling a man who didn't have the options that Kitowski's got.
Right.
Tony has beaten him in 2 different positions, in 2 different ways. He's shown that he's got that countering defensive
Okay, round 3,
capability.
gentlemen.
He's really wrestling well. Sam needs to dramatically change the manner in which he's addressing this match.
How does he do that?
He can do that in a number of ways, but what he does have to do is walk into the fire. He's got to do something that
Gotta come this
Kitowski
way a little
doesn't
bit. Open
expect
up.
off the first inch.
Close your thumbs.
Crack him hard to the
Stay
side.
right here. Stay
He can't go
stay
in the
straight.
same way.
Guys,
He
see
can't
thumb
just
knuckle.
go backwards.
Close your hands.
That dog won't hunt.
No thumb
Let it
knuckle.
go.
One foul.
He's got to unleash the
Tap it.
thing, and he's got to run into the fire.
Foul called there on Sam Harris.
Sam needs to just calm down,
Time.
and he needs
Going
to
to
throw a
strap.
punch that he doesn't usually throw. Tony is reading everything else. He can see where the power's coming from. And you know what? That's the hardest thing in the world to do when your title is on the line. We'll see how much Sam Harris has matured here.
Time had expired, so Bartwood calls for the strap. You got 30 seconds to get gripped up. You get a great look at this beautiful venue and an incredible crowd that has turned out here on championship night here in 2019 WAL 506.
Coming on my side.
You're pulling me over there, man.
I'll wrestle.
A lot of mind games going on now.
Oh, yeah.
Keep your thumb open, please.
Yep. He's lifting his elbow. That's tight.
No. Keep your thumb open.
Who's the ref?
Let's go. Hands on a peg. Square up.
A lot of maturity in this
Close your
match
thumbs.
shown by Kitowski. He'll want to close
Yeah.
that space
your
down.
hands. Go.
Sam climbing for, and he did it. He bumped to the side hard. Now that's a much better move from Sam Harris. He did exactly what he needed to do. And from there, he has something. Believe me, Harris has something. And he got it. There it is. Sam Harris runs through the machine gun fire. And what a time to do it. 506. Your title's on the line. Run, Rabbit. Hit the guy where he doesn't expect you. If you've been going to the chin, pick the body. Pick the body, because it hurts a man.
Stays alive, does Harris. Now 2-1 as we look back here, Neil.
Wow, exactly what he needed to do. Crack him to the side. 1 inch is a mile in the sport of arm wrestling. Whether he wins or loses, magnificent performance from that young man. Well done, Sam Harris. Well done.
He won the hammer here last year at 406. No hammer on the line tonight. So we've told you, Tony Kitowski was 2.5 pounds away from making weight. Had to lose 18 pounds. Said he was feeling it, the kidneys, his eyes. Got to be careful. Your health is way more important than anything.
100%, mate. Tony, I saw him on Tuesday morning at the hotel,
Yeah.
and the guy looked like he'd been dug up. Absolutely terrible condition. And he's got his wife there. He's got a young kids at home. This, at the end of the day, is an arm wrestling match. There's only so far you want to go.
Yep, he has 4 kids, family man, Sam Harris, a young daughter.
Hey.
Sam Harris trying to make the comeback
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
down 2-0.
I'll tell you what it is, mate. Sam Harris, his confidence level has just hit a new high.
Yep.
Look at the face
10
on that
seconds,
young man.
gentlemen.
Can see it.
Reinvigorated.
So Bart Woods summons him back to the table. Tony Kitowski trying to put it away in 4. Harris trying to even it and force a decisive 5th pull.
You know what? I had spoke to Sam literally 20 minutes before this tournament started, and we spoke about some of this stuff.
Come
about
down, Sam.
being able to step out of your comfort
Come
zone.
down, Owen.
Well,
Okay.
he just passed that one with
Close-
flying
open
colours.
up. I gotta see the weapon.
Watch my thumb.
I gotta
listen
get this
in.
way
He's
lower.
gonna bury that again.
Gotta come lower. Open it up.
Yep.
Harris wants the strap again. That's what he should go for.
Close your thumbs.
He can
Right
fire
here,
and
keep this
trace
straight right
around,
here.
but I
Gotta keep
wouldn't
this curve
waste it.
out.
Just get to the strap and don't
Keep
do
this out.
what you're going to do in the match for real.
There's
Going
the
to the
time.
strap.
They're going to the strap. He
Yeah.
got what you said he wanted.
That's what he needed.
Yep.
Now, again, that bravery required, because I'll tell you this, Tony Kitowski knows that that could come now, and that leaves options open to him.
Harris told us this morning, he said, my confidence is through the roof. He said, I'm really strong. My arm feels great.
You know what? He's just made Tony Kitowski think. If you're always throwing the same punch, the guy isn't worried about throwing his haymakers at you. You kick his leg real hard, suddenly he's thinking about other things.
Right.
Sam Harris has just made Tony Kitowski think a little bit.
He has.
Yep,
Yep, there we go.
No, we
He's
tighten
pulling
it
back.
down.
Tighten that
That's
down.
good, Bob. That's good. That's
Tighten
good.
it down.
Open your
That's tight
thumb.
enough.
Open your thumb.
Sorry.
Referee
Square up.
Bart Wood was
Square up.
one of those that first got Harris
Close your
in
thumbs.
to competitive
Stay right
arm wrestling.
there.
2-1 Kitowski,
Here
Neil.
we go. Big drive from Kitowski, and Kitowski's gone for the defensive position, and that will pay dividends. He's got a massive amount of power there. Kitowski starting to extend now. Harris must stay with that match, but he's horribly extended. He's horribly extended, and I don't think it's possible from there, and it isn't. Kitowski with the win. Tony Kitowski with the win. The Iron Man is back in the World Armwrestling League, and now the focus has got to turn on how does he feel?
Right.
How does he feel about that victory?
Yep.
For him, is it hollow? Is it real? Does he give Sam the rematch opportunity? Where next?
That's right.
Here we go. Let's see these replays. And you can see what he did there. Kitowski guessed, and he guessed right. He knew that he was going to be rushed at, and he went to that defensive, countering top roll. As soon as he felt that match stop, He harnessed it and he drove hard back and to the side, and it pays off for the man from Wisconsin. The Iron Man is back in the World Arm Wrestling League.